What's up, everybody? Back with another video. It's going to be kind of a different video. Instead of making a video, which I was actually making this morning with all this research, I was actually making a video, but I'm like, man, I don't got time to, I could probably finish it in a few hours, but I'm just going to just come live and just talk about it. I'll upload that video later, and y'all could do your own research, from there. But shout out to Wise. Wake Up, it's 1984 for, just sparking the interest in me to go look more deeper into all this crap with, the Maui fire and, just my take on it. And just some of the stuff that I found, and shout out to him, because a lot of times we do that, y'all know, over the years. We'll piggyback off each other and find stuff, and it's just how it works, man. And all that is the ancestors, that lived through us. The energy from the ancestors showing us the way, and I should have went through the other line. Showing us the way and guiding us to certain clues, and just guiding us to information fast. The ability to, I started this morning, and so shout out to him, and everybody else doing research on it. But yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, it's you put the two and two together, and it's like this is what's going on. It's like, man, don't even take these motherfuckers are lying. These motherfuckers are completely lying about what's going on, and they trying to cover it up. Just a major fucking cover up for this new electrical grid bullshit. All right, and there's nothing good about this electric shit. Definitely not good for the environment. I mean, that's just a complete total fucking lie. When you see how they got to store this shit, and when you see how they got to do, all this shit they got to do just to do this, and they're raping the earth for more minerals. I mean, come on, man. People are just fucking stupid, man. People are just fucking just beyond dumb, thinking that this shit is somehow better for the fucking earth when it's actually fucking worse. I mean, these psychopaths been destroying and digging for coltan, cobalt, copper. They're not using it for our benefit. They're using it for their own benefit. Lithium, all this minerals they're using from our beautiful earth to control us with. Just raping the earth for more fucking minerals, and these fucking liberal retarded fucking idiots with these electric cars thinking they're doing something for the earth is actually doing worse. I mean, when you get into how this shit is fucking mined, this land they're stealing, the indigenous people they're fucking killing, and the other people they're killing and burning and moving off the fucking lands and blowing them out of existence. I mean, this shit is crazy. I mean, just more destruction, death, mayhem, murder, all for the big corporation to profit off of us and make us fucking slaves. Stupid motherfuckers, man. Don't take it. Takes 5 minutes worth of research to figure out this shit is the same, earth harming shit. It's pathetic, man. But anyways, didn't mean to go off on a tangent. It's just stupidity is a motherfucker. Are we live, guys? Let me know if we're live. Give me the thumbs up. I'm on Rumble, YouTube, 2 channels, and Facebook. And I think that's it. Yeah. So, let me know if I'm good. Give me a thumbs up. Shout out to King Charles, Daria, Rap Samples. But shout out to everybody, putting out the work. Also, let me just get a thumbs up or something. As I roll through this car wash. And it seems to be stuck or something. Can y'all hear me? Okay, thanks, anyway. Alright, thanks. So, you got these Maui fires, right? And, I thought it was suspect. Well, the whole thing is suspect. But what I thought was suspect. What's good, Amy? 2 cracked their code. Okay, perfect. But, hold on, I'm about to go through these dryers. shout out to Eric. So again, I thought it was suspect from the whole beginning. What the heck? Did everybody dye their hair this super bleach blonde at this car wash? Everybody looks the damn same. Everybody looks the same here. But I thought it was suspect, from the very beginning with the whole thing. What I thought was suspect was how the news and media became conspiracy theory so fast. Do weapons, energy weapons. There's direct energy weapons. And I think even the news was talking about it. And they were talking about all these other different things, and smart cities and all this other stuff, which is true. And direct energy weapons, yeah, and they could be used, of course. But and the little house that stayed, the one little house that stayed, what technology did this house have to make it stay? And it wasn't no fucking metal roof. Okay? It definitely wasn't a metal roof. These metal roofs are shit metal. Like the shit, all that shit that burned around and melted, that roof would have melted. So it's not a metal roof. So all the people run out there, because the metal roof. You guys can't be fucking. You got to be fucking kidding me. Those metal roofs would have melted with all the other metal. The metal roof isn't like some. I mean, unless that house had some technology we don't know about. But as we know, is any metal roof you get now commercially, it ain't withstanding that shit. It's impossible. All right, that just ain't gonna happen. So it's not a metal roof. Not to mention all the other shit in the house was still, untouched and unfazed. But what kind of technology? What is in that? What was in that house? If you want to go that route with it, if it wasn't just an AI image and they staged that part, we don't know. We ain't over there. Here you go. Thank you so much. Have a good one. You too. We ain't over there, and that shit shut off the people. They don't want no one going near it. So you can't get to that area that's burnt, no way, shape, or form. It ain't happening. It's a total loss. Don't even bother. So, so yeah. So with all this talk about, this just let it run wild. I thought that was suspect. And then when you look more deeper, and like I said, shout out to Wise, when you look more deeper about, this lithium, right? This lithium technology, right? Now it starts to make more sense. The obvious. We all know what they said. The obvious. I got so many fucking tabs open, it's not even funny. But it's the best systems, right? Which I researched this a long time ago. The best systems, not deeply, but I came across it before. For rechargeable batteries, because I've always been into, like when these electric cars came out, I'm like, God damn, it pissed me off because they have the ability to store, and you have the ability to have two components of batteries, one for use and one for recharge, if something is propelling motion to it. So when it comes to rolling, right, which I know they have this technology already, when it comes to something in motion, it can fuel a generator of power, right, to charge these batteries up. The technology exists. So I've came across, this before, but not in depth, you know what I mean? So, these BESS systems, they were used in California. They've been being used a long time. They look like, I've seen them, under these windmills, right? The windmill, the energy, this and that. All you gotta do is look for these big, large ass fucking shipping containers. They look like shipping containers. That's where these lithium, these lithium battery systems are. All right. Not only that, that was going on in Maui, and Lahaina, this was going on. So, this lithium, and it's funny because the other day, in my live stream, I was actually talking about lithium, right? I was actually talking about lithium and, how lithium can control, moods. And I was talking about how, the shit all in the sky, the colors of it, the white, the gray, the yellow tint, the blue tints. I've noticed this shit for years, but it just intensified and they calling it wildfires, you know what I mean? So, it's just funny how the universe works with energy. And now we're back with lithium, but with the Mr. 19, it was nitric oxide. Now it's lithium that, we connect on because, think about it. Shit comes from the earth, So, we in tune, it's going to come across. So anyways, I don't want to go too off topic. So I'm up here in the Northeast, right? And when all these forest fires are breaking out, I wasn't nowhere around this bitch for like 2 months, right? And I come back and I get, I got like a respiratory cough and shit. I'm like, damn, I ain't sick, but I got this cough and chest and burning and shit, eyes burning sometimes. And I've been camping for a long time. I'm doing RV life for years, being all in campfires and shit like that. Smoke will burn your eyes, but nah, it's not gonna cause all this other shit that's going on. And so I looked to Canada, and we all saw the orange tint, the greenish tint, that just ravaged the north. And when you look in deeper, okay, it's forest fire. Well, we call it a forest fire. But you start digging and you get into it's around mining areas. And they're mining for lithium in these areas, and it's a boom in Canada. Okay? It's a boom in Canada with this lithium mines. And now you have Maui catching on fire, right? And we know lithium is retardedly flammable. And guess what? You can't put it out with fucking water. You can't put it out with water. All right? So I'm thinking, in my conspiracy theory mind, right? This shit makes all the sense in the world. Like, they want you to believe that it's a direct energy weapon, right? They want you to think that it's a direct energy weapon because they don't want you questioning, well, fuck, is this because of the lithium mining and these technologies with these batteries that we're doing, and we're testing out these smart grids, and smart meters, right? We already know from all the research with the smart meters have lithium ion technology in them. And a surge could spark them shits to blow. And guess what? They catch on fire, your fucking house. Guess what? You can't put it out with fucking water or these fire. You need a special fire extinguisher like I got in the thumbnail. And even that takes work. A surge, a storm coming, boom, electrical lightning bolt done struck one of these fucking things and it just sparked out of control. Remember what they told us. And if you look at the story we've been told, they've been telling us what it is the whole time. Not a direct energy weapon, but from their own technology, it got away from them, from their own technology, it got away from them, right? Whether it was caused from a storm and it struck lightning bolt struck some shit, you know, or it was a power line that sparked it, you know. We just dismiss the shit, say, oh, direct energy weapon, and then it goes viral and it's everywhere. It's because they want us, they know we're conspiracy theorists and we're questioning everything. So they're like, fuck it. Let them run with that shit and all this smart city shit. They ain't even paying attention to, it's this lithium. It's super dumb flammable. You can't put it fuck out. And there's so many articles where people are like, yo, the let it burn method just ain't gonna fucking cut it. You know? The let it burn. They just say let it burn. And then they told you through the whole story of this Maui exactly what the fuck's been going on. They said, oh, the fire department put the fire out and it reignited. Just go look up lithium fires. That's what happened. That is what happens in a lithium fire. Okay? Then they said, oh, it looked like a hydrogen bomb went off. Well, guess what? Lithium, when mixed with dampness, causes hydrogen ions or hydrogen, which is explosive. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't even make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Lithium, right? With damp conditions can spark a fucking fire. All right. Okay. Lithium reacts violently with moisture, water, or steam. Right? That's what lithium does. This is a hazardous substance fact sheet. This ain't me pulling it up my ass. Right? And this comes from the right to know, from the Right to Know Act. You got a right to know. All this information is fucking out there. You know? And it can infect you when it's inhaled. May ignite spontaneous in air. Poisonous gases are produced in fire. Containers may explode in fire. Do not use water. Why? And think about it. They told us they told us what it was caused by without telling us what it was caused by. It said, here, you fucking conspiracy theorists, run with the fucking do energy weapons. We'll let you have that. You know, just like the chemtrail things. Is that shit chemtrails? We don't fucking know. But they want us to believe it's chemtrails. You know? They don't care about that. They're like, hey, fuck it. As long as they believe that, yeah, we can spray them with shit. They will never know that we're using technology that does not need any kind of power whatsoever for long periods of time. You know? That's a whole nother story for another day. Go dissect the fucking airplane and find out where they put the fucking fuel. And you'll have other people, my brother works for the airport and they put fuel in those. I know it for a fact. Okay, well, I've seen them dissect the fucking commercial jet and not find any goddamn place to put no goddamn gas where they say the gas goes. So, hey, it is what it is. And how flimsy and shimsy an airplane is, you know, if you own a fucking boat, you're gonna smell gas somewhere. Even though a boat's made of fiberglass, even a large ship, a large ass boat, you can smell the diesel, one way, shape, or form. But anyways, that's a whole nother video for another fucking day. But like I said, they said, here, y'all fucking conspiracy theories, y'all always asking fucking questions, run with this shit. You know, meanwhile, everybody gonna forget about Maui and be off to the next Donald Trump fucking shit or whatever they come up with, right? You know? But just, they told us everything. They said what? The fire reignited. Boom, that's what caused it. Blame it on the power company, okay? Which the power company uses this type of technology, right? Then they said hydrogen bomb, okay? Then they cut the water off. Why? That make it worse. So they have to shut the water. They're like, yo, these dumb motherfuckers gonna be trying to put it out. Well, actually, smart people, right, that don't know the technology that these people are using are gonna try to put it out water, and it's gonna make it worse. So we need to cut the water off. You know, we need to cut the water off. So they told us everything. Cut the water off. Then they show one house that magically survives with a metal fucking roof. All right. Did this house have smart meters on it? In this area, you know, smart meters hooked up to these homes. You know? And now you look back to Canada. How the fuck does this government know, oh, they'll be burning all summer? You know? It just depends on which way the wind blows. How the fuck they know this? Well, because they're mining up there and they know they're going to have some fucking fires. It's got to be. It's got to be. They're doing massive mining in Canada right now. Companies are doing massive mining. Like, this shit is big. Right? Massive mining. And this was news, right? February 2nd, 2023 in Canada. Right? Local opposition leads to BESS project, BESS, right? Which is the same shit Wise was talking about. Cancellations in North America. They got opposition. Guess what else is up there opposing this shit? The natives, the indigenous people. They're like, no. You know, that's the shit we ain't hearing about. What was going on over there in fucking Maui? The natives, right? This area was sacred, right? You know? I didn't even get that far in research. I just stopped. I got halfway through Wise's video and I was like, fuck this. I'm about to start researching. Shit pissed me off to levels I ain't been in a while. You know? I ain't been so pissed off in a long time. How these dirty motherfuckers is operating right now. You know? And they blatantly lying, like, you know? Blatantly lying. You know? Smart meters on the homes. You know, that contain lithium ion batteries. Right? You can't put the shit out with water. Most people, when shit gets on fire, they gonna grab some fucking water. Now you fucking burn the house totally down to the ground. And the shit creates like this atmosphere around the area where it's like super hot, melts every fucking thing. You know? But anyways, you know, in Canada, they're doing massive lithium ion production, right? Excuse me. So, you know, all these fires. And then also, what are they saying with this air? It's hazardous air quality. It's dangerous. It's sensitive people. It causes breathing problems and, you know, all this other shit. You know? I mean, I ain't no fucking rocket scientist, but I could just use what they're saying about the dangers of lithium, right? The dangers of lithium in the fucking air. Lithium is reactive, dangerous explosion hazard. It's corrosive, right? Lithium can irritate the lungs. Higher exposure may cause buildup of fluid in lungs, pulmonary edema, a medical emergency. Lithium can cause loss of appetite, nausea, and vomiting. Lithium can cause headache, muscle weakness, loss of coordination, confusion, seizures, and coma. Lithium may affect the thyroid gland, kidneys, and the heart function, right? People having heart attacks, you know? dropping dead. You know, we all, Mr. 19, Mr. 19. Maybe, I don't know about y'all, but this shit is in the air across the whole entire fucking country. Whatever this shit is, they're calling a forest fire. You rarely got a clear sky anywhere. I travel a lot, and I've been traveling for years, and they've been mining for a long fucking time, right? This shit. And I noticed in Colorado, I'm like, yo, we can't see the mountains anymore. They're like, oh, it's from the forest fires. Well, find out what the fuck you quickly find out. Well, they've been mining in these areas, you know? Remember, this fucking electric plan has been going on for a minute. You know, I've been noticing this shit for a long time. You know, something to think about, man. You know, something to think about. These forest fires. Well, they know that this shit, if they're mining for this shit, you know, how are they containing it? What are they doing? Where are they storing this shit? Can this shit, you know, the dust and flying all over I mean, come on, man. Like, I don't know the process they do of mining, but there's some hazards. You know, there's some fucking hazards. So there's definitely some serious hazards with this lithium ion, you know. So shit. So, you know, the leader, well, he is a leader because these corporations in Canada, they call them governments. They call them government corporation. You know what I mean? And one of these corporations, right, is Cisco Mining Company, right? This is one of the mining companies called Cisco Mining Company, right? Cisco is a mineral exploration company. Okay, they're not an exploration company. They are for mining and making fucking billion-dollar contracts in Canada with the Canadian government. This is another thing to look up. These mining companies, the government of Canada already sold out this nation. We already all been sold out, but they sold them out to this lithium ion, billions and billions of dollars to Ford, Volvo, right? That and that they're afraid that there's going to be a tort lien placed against from these indigenous people. So you already know they're going to wipe these indigenous people in Canada off the fucking map. If that ain't what they doing now with these forest fires, we don't know. All right. It's between mining is causing forest fires, or they mining and burning natives and burning this land the fuck up to keep these people away. One of the two. All right. One of the fucking two. Just look up Cisco, OSISKO mining. Okay. And they had a joint venture with 92 Resource Corporation Company, right? With Cisco Mining Inc. to acquire 75% interest in claims of the companies. So, I mean, and the CEO of Cisco, OSISKO Metals, he said, "World needs more." This fucking article was from. When's this article? Hold on. This article was from like July 2023, right? Robert Wares, CEO of Cisco's Metals, joins BNN Bloomberg on discusses how, I got this in a video I'm making, how the exploration of battery metals such as lithium has increased in the past year. He said it fucking skyrocketed. He says lithium demand is just starting and there's a global deficit in battery metals. You know what that means? It ain't a fucking enough. We need more, right? So we got to get to work. We got to start mining this shit. Oh, it caused a fire. Oh, we'll call it a forest fire. When you have the government and these corporations starting something new, you really think that these motherfuckers are going to let you near the truth? Fuck no. They got contracts with the Canadian government. The Canadian government ain't telling nobody nothing. They control the media. They control the news. They ain't going to tell you if hundreds of people died in this area mining or the workers itself died. You got to All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. You already know what happened. So, the phone had a little overheating. Phone had a little overheating. So, all right, let me know if we're back. Let me know if we're back, guys. Okay, thank you. So, like I was saying, right? Shout out to all you guys. Um, okay, we're back. So, okay, thank you. So, you have the CEO of Cisco Metals, right? World needs more copper, cobalt, and lithium than gold. Okay, than gold. And Cisco's Metals, they were a gold mining company also. You know, so um, this is what the CEO is saying, right? But like I said, what are they really doing in Canada? We know it has definitely 100% something to do with mining lithium, whether it's burning motherfuckers out of their land or this shit's catching on fucking fire and getting into the air. Because when you look at the news, what do they tell you to do? Dangers, like the levels. And why isn't our government? You mean to tell me these motherfuckers can smoke the entire fucking nation the fuck out and the US government don't bat an eye? The environmentalists and the EPA and the fucking DEC and all this shit don't bat an eye. You burn a motherfucking fire in your backyard, the DEC's coming to see what the fuck you burning. Like this shit don't even make sense. So you know they're all in on it. You literally had the largest city damn near on earth, New York City, orange, looking like a fucking apocalypse. And ain't nobody gives a fuck. Like, where's the outcry? What the fuck we breathing in? Oh, it's just a forest fire. Tell the sheep flock, fuck dumbs, it's just a forest fire. We can believe it. Never in the history of humanity has this shit happened before, but magically it happens, and it's coming from Canada. It could be a lithium mine burning, and we don't even fucking know. The shit got out of control. The dust. They don't know. Do these motherfuckers even know what the fuck they're doing? Or are they just doing it as they go because they got to increase demand, because they got some shit goals they got to meet by certain times from certain motherfuckers who got trillions of dollars into this shit? One or the other. I ask fucking questions. You know? And like I said, I've been tuned out a lot. I've been tuned out, so, but it's good to be back diving deep in research, because it takes 5 fucking minutes. The shit is quick. Your brain just, whatever the ancestors puts in you to go look at, you find it. Boom, like that. You connect the dots real easy. And if people don't want to believe it, hey, that's them. You look back at Paradise, the California fires. It's not rocket science. They had smart meters. They had best systems up in that area, in Paradise Valley, California. And a surge of power can spark these fucking lithium to explode. All right? To surge and boom, where these batteries are, they start popping and blowing. We this shit happened in cell phones. Remember the Samsung phones that magically, poof. That's because they had the power cords weren't right. And if y'all don't know, Apple's been sued for their power cord, to this new cord, right? Does it have something to do with these batteries? Apple's pin adapter, they no longer going to make it for the new iPhones coming out. It's obsolete. They're going to have the same adapter as what Samsung went to, what all these cameras went to, that I forgot what they call it. The tailpipe of a fucking Honda Civic, the new Honda Civics, whatever they call that shit. It looks like a oval. That charger, that charger is what Apple is switching over to, and what all devices have on it now. Makes you wonder why why is this a universal thing now? So a lot of questions I got, because when you start looking at this stuff, it's like, okay, it's definitely some type of connection, and it just amazes me that, I'm looking north to this fucking Canada, all this mining going on. It's crazy, Let's see real quick. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Mining.com. Holy fuck. That's all they doing in Canada. No wonder why it's so fucking empty. Jesus. Canada places big bets on critical minerals. Yeah. Listen to this statement. This are for all the environmental fucking mask wearing, fucking rainbow hair wearing stupid motherfuckers that drive these goddamn fucking electric cars thinking they're saving the environment and the animals. I mean, I almost want to go up to them and just slap the fucking daylights out of their ass. Like, you can't be this fucking stupid. Okay? Canada is blessed with an abundance of fossil fuels, oil and natural gas and coal. But as the developed world tries to wean itself off of fossil fuels, largely through electrification, yeah, literally, they're using the word electrification. Like, fuck being electrocuted, now you're going to be burned the fuck up. But as the developed world tries to wean itself off of fossil fuels, largely through electrification, it is expected the demand for Canada's fossil fuels will eventually decline, while demand for Canada's critical minerals and metals as projected to grow by sixfold by 2040. So you want to stop all the other shit and create some shit that you got to fuck the earth up more for. Like, the shit makes no sense. These metals and minerals are critical in manufacturing electric vehicle batteries, solar and wind power installations, transmission lines, and other things that will require a global energy transition. The Canadian government is hoping, no, bitch, it definitely 100% is doing it to capitalize on the opportunity that poses with the new critical mineral strategy backed with $4 billion in funding in the recent federal budget that aims to develop a full critical minerals industry value chain from exploration and mining to processing, manufacturing, and recycling. I mean, this shit is fucking ridiculous, man. By investing in critical minerals today, we are building a sustainable industrial base to support emission reducing supply chains that will address climate change for generations to come. This is what they're picturing to the rat fleet flock sheep, okay? Like literally digging for more minerals, creating these batteries that are going to go into more fucking metal rolling vehicles, right? Is going to curb climate change. I mean, I'm not no rocket science. Look at this shit. These figures grow to between 15 billion and 59 billion in annual GDP contributions and 79,000 and 333,000 jobs. They had to put that shit in there. I mean, this shit is sick. These people are sick. These people are sick, man. These are sick individuals, man. Oh my God. So when you look at Canada, all right, this shit got, good God Almighty, mines for days up in that motherfucker. They got all kind of mines up there. Jesus. And it's funny, right? Tin, tungsten, indium, gallium, aluminum, fluorspar, titanium, nickel, cobalt, magnesium, vanadium, that's magnets, graphite, cobalt, platinum, helium, potash, zinc, bismuth, germanium, molybdenum copper, some shit we ain't even into yet. They already got. I bet you we start looking some of these names up, we find some technology that we ain't even know what existed the fuck yet. You know, I can guarantee you. And of course, you got lithium. All these lithium mines are right where this bitch seems to be burning at. When you look at the lithium mine map, that to me shows, okay, they say these fucking fires are coming out of this area. This is where these lithium mines are. So I don't need no fucking news organization or no government to tell me otherwise when I got common fucking sense. Okay? Common sense. Cause yep, right there. Lithium. Funny. And where they burning now, Zach said it's fucking burning like a motherfucker over there in Washington, right? Over there in Washington. And hold on. Hold on. Let me get the fucking map. All right. And there's an actual lithium mine north of there. Yeah, right there. I'm looking at the lithium mines. There's North American Lithium, okay, that's above where I'm at, that's flowing all this shit over through all the, and there's another lithium mine, okay, over Prain, where the fuck that's at. But like I said, they're really hushy on where these mines are at. These maps. Got to dive in deeper and get a real accurate fucking map because yeah, I mean there's forest fires burning on both fucking ends, and this is where these lithium mines are. The other day, Seattle had the unhealthiest air quality. Think about this shit now. I mean, this. How can one coast can have the most unhealthiest air quality? My phone's getting hot. Let me AC it up real quick. All right. So what's good, everybody? Shout out to all you guys. Um, you know, Shout out to Wise. Like I said, for the spark. Everybody else doing all the work on, all the shit that we finding out. Like I said, I'm tending to think. I mean, was this fucking one house even real, or is this was part of some type of way to get people to talk? I mean, it's a perfect conspiracy theory story. You start to think about this shit, they watching us, man. And you think about it, I mean, yeah, it adds up to like, okay, they're showing us, but these motherfuckers are sorcerers, okay? These are mastermind manipulators. They know we're out here. So while this shit, yeah, this bitch caught on fire, okay? It could be one of their fucking future. Remember, these motherfuckers have an entire, this is one thing to take from everything that I'm saying. These people have an entire fucking new world order based off of control, grid, everything on electric technology and AI. You think for 1 minute they gonna tell you the fucking truth if it was about these fucking future of this lithium and this technology? They got the entire world riding on this technology. So this shit is more. This is more top secret than not top secret, but this is more of a discovery and a push than anything in the history of fucking humanity. They're literally switching. They want to switch everything running on gas to electric. They want to ban everything gas. They have the amount of, you can't even put a price on the amount of money that they have going for this shit. You just can't. You can't put a figure on it. It's astronomical. So you think for 1 minute they're gonna let the real truth get the fuck out? You know, to the masses? Hell nah. To the conspiracy theorists? Hell nah. Yeah, it's a direct energy weapon. Let's create the story. All right, yeah, okay, this shit got out of control. It burned up. Oh fuck. Let's put out some conspiracy stories. Okay? Because there is no fucking way with a logical brain that house is still standing. All right? They want you to believe that, okay, they directly energy burned all this shit up. So you can run with that and they could still do the shit that they want to do. All right? The whole future is based upon this technology. Each and every one of our cities is going to have to be this new compliance because of all this smart technology. There's buildings that had to literally switch over and spend millions upon millions of dollars to switch over to these new fire retardant systems that are for lithium ion. I know they've done that here in Rochester. And they already said that when this code comes into play in the future, there's buildings that are going to have to be demolished because they simply can't install that, or they aren't going to have the money to do it. So they're not going to be up to this fire code. All right. Either or, they're not going to be able to have these certain technologies in their building, but this is coming in the future, you know? So the whole shit, that's why I was like, yo, this is like how this shit spread so fast, and the news is even being a conspiracy theory about the whole Maui thing, you know? The whole Maui thing was like the Lahaina, it was like, okay, this is going too viral. It's too fast. It's too much information. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, direct energy weapon. You know, okay, Oprah, all these stars, they have property here. Okay, boom, smart cities, boom, boom, boom. You know? I'm like, this is too fast. This is too many. When the news is talking about shit, we know these motherfuckers lying. So why would we believe they're telling the truth all of a sudden? You got to step back. Don't follow the herd. You know? Don't follow the herd. Yes, they have direct energy weapon technology, you know. Then they'll have debunking conspiracy theories saying that it's direct energy weapon. They saw beams of light coming down. You know, we go back to our predictive program, which I was saying the other day about how motherfuckers always tell me to go watch this movie. Watch this movie. They put it right in there. You motherfuckers don't believe, you don't understand that they put shit in there to we know they program us. I don't need to watch the motherfucking movie to get the programming. They always put truth and lies together. You know? Truth and lies together. Truth and lies together. They put it all together. You know? This is what they do. You know? So by having that together, right? How could we, you know, just take it and run with it? You know, so when it comes to this Lahaina fire, why is the news reporting all this shit? And then they come back, fact check, debunk, conspiracy theories online. And then, you know, we like, oh no, yeah, that, you know, this is what they want, because they don't want the real shit that you can actually see. And you could actually put two and two together. They told us the whole plan. They specifically said they put a fire out, it reignited. Well, this lithium ion technology, that's what it does. All right. They told us, looked like a hydrogen bomb went through there. Well, guess what? When lithium is exposed to water and dampness, it creates hydrogen, right? And becomes extremely flammable and combustible, right? It ignites even more. They turned the water off. Well, they turned the water off because they didn't want that shit to get way the fuck out of control. See, they told us the whole story. But then they slip in there, one house made it. Oh, could that be AI photos? Could that be an AI photo? Because we know it's impossible, okay? That's impossible for that much fire, that much heat and wind and intensity for a house to be unscathed. That's fucking impossible. That's why they want people to think, oh, it's a direct energy weapon. You know, because for one, we know ain't no fucking, my uncle has a metal roof. That shit is gonna burn how the fuck everything around it's melting? That's all these iron, fucking all this high grade fucking shit that takes but a fucking tin ass fucking roof. Okay? Whatever that metal is, it's not fucking iron, okay? Ain't melt. It's impossible. You can't even, that just don't even fly. There's no way. You know? It doesn't even fly. You know? It don't fly. So, you know, then you look to Canada. There's lithium ion mines on each fucking, it's right there. It's right there. Then the effects of when it burns, it puts off a yellowish, a bluish tint. It all depends on the dampness and moisture in the fucking air. And these motherfuckers probably figuring out. Think of where these mines are at. They're probably figuring this shit out. Like, damn, maybe we can't be doing this shit in the summer. Because look what it did. It just fucking just ignited and just burned all this shit. And now it's burning with the chemicals in the air from the lithium or whatever, the lithium dust in the fucking air, and the shit blowing into the United States. And the news is reporting, hazardous, levels, dangerous particles. I went and got me a fucking a machine that shows unhealthy air quality. That ain't no smoke. Because you could take that same machine out near a campfire and the shit's not going to read that fucking high. It's just not going to do it. It's just not going to fucking do it. It ain't happening. It's just not going to happen. So you got one burning on this coast, and it's forest fires, up in Seattle. They just had it. It was the unhealthiest. Let me look it up. And then, even Zach was talking about how you can't even fucking see the sky. That was us a few weeks ago, And look where these mines are. Right there. They're right there in Canada. And they're digging. They're going buck wild with this shit because there's trillions of dollars involved with this stuff. Hold on. And this shit's been happening for a while. They started this mining shit for this lithium a while ago. So this shit's been happening, but they've increased it for this car shit. The car's batteries are bigger. They take more. It takes more lithium. So they got to dig more. They got to do more. And you know where else is one of the largest fucking lithium mines are? In Australia. What was burning up? They burned the whole fucking Australia up. They burned the shit out of Australia. We say they, but hey, these where these lithium mines are. Hold on. The world, this was back in 2023, April 17th. Who is the largest lithium producer of lithium, right? The biggest lithium, hold on. Australia was the largest lithium supplier and producer. All right. And these shits are massive. As the top lithium producer globally, Australia is home to many mines focused on the commodity, right? As the world's largest lithium producer and exporter, Australia is positioned to take full advantage of the growing demand. It says in 2022, 46% of the world's lithium came from Australia, and from 2023 to 2026, the country's revenue from exporting the commodity expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 14.2%. So remember Australia was catching on fucking fire? We got to put two and two together. It just is what it is. These lithium fucking shits, they're mining, the shit gets into the air. I don't know if they know what the fuck they're doing. It falls and then this shit sparks and storms, lightning strikes, this shit ignites and this shit just ravages shit. I don't know. But why around all these lithium mines are all these fires? I mean, it's actually happening. Canada, there's one right north. There's one north of us on the other side of the country. It's north of them. Lithium, what you call it? It's crazy. It's truly crazy. Mind-blowing. In Australia. So it just makes all the sense, man. This is what happened in Maui. All right. And this is their systems malfunctioning. because we already seen a surge in power. I mean, this was happening with fucking hoverboards years ago. Oh, they're sparking fires. Well, that's because the voltage wasn't right with the fucking coming into these plugs, and it was sparking these things and blowing them the fuck up. That's why the voltage has to be right for these chargers. These phone chargers are heavy regulated, and like I said, Apple was sued over their cords. Okay, and they needed to switch, to the new one that's all universal. Why did this happen? So the new iPhone 15 that comes out in a few weeks or a month or whatever, it does not have this cord. It has the one that Samsung and all the computers run off of now. Monitors hook up to them, everything. The smart grid shit. So it's pretty crazy, man. Like when you start looking deeper into this shit, and these forest fires don't make sense. Now it makes sense. And you have the people in the area don't want it because it's and all the news is keeping this shit on the rug, sweeping it under the rug. They ain't gonna report it. You got to really dig deep. Look at the lawsuits. I just simply went up there and looked at the company, and they're being sued. And it's the people in these areas that are filing suit against these companies. The news ain't reporting this shit because of what? The dangers, the fire hazard, the fire risk, the environmental impact. We ain't seeing none of that shit. Let me know if we're still live. This shit literally says, while I heat this phone, while I cool this phone off, literally says 0 on here. It's probably trying to get me to shut off the stream, but it literally says 0 on here. Let me know if we're good. Let me turn the AC up. And while my phone is cooling off, I am see how much charge I got. 26. I'll unplug it. That'll save some juice into this lithium ion fucking battery. I'm gonna leave. Give me 1 second, guys. Listen to some tunes. Give me 1 minute. Damn, it's cold in here. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. It's cold as hell in here. So yeah, I don't want to lose topic. I'm kind of like streaming off my brain of stuff that I was researching last night. There's also this other, let me look at my phone. There's this other indigenous group in Canada who's been battling this other mining company over the lithium mining. And, I kind of feel, like, who even knows, the entire areas that were actually burned in Maui, or who were the people there, because how can a lot of people lose their lives, but we're not hearing much about all the people and the families that lost their lives? It makes you wonder, one thing I was pondering, just a speculation is it possible that they got groups of those indigenous people to go to this area for a function and, I don't know, wipe them out? I don't know. Who are these people that all perished and where are their families and stuff like that? Damn, that car just fucking flew off. Like, what the hell? But, anyways, up there in Canada, there's these indigenous people who are battling against this mining company. Off top, I forgot which one it was. Hold on. Oh, 1 second. Boom, right there. Okay. This is all 2023, guys. Tribes, this shit we ain't see in the news. Tribes are suing to stop a proposed lithium mine. In a site they say is sacred. Okay. And this also happened, and this is in what part of Canada is this? Fucking can't even pronounce the name. And they did the same thing, you guys remember, back in Nevada. In Oregon, they done did it all over the place. Okay, right here. Because believe it or not, this is why we got to learn some chemistry. We got to learn some fucking chemistry, because this is something that I came across before too. The salt flats, right? They say the salt flats could be a huge, deposit for lithium ion, for lithium, So they already done this in Chile, and they call it white gold. So, yeah, I mean, these motherfuckers been raping the earth for a long time, man. And apparently, let's think about this too. Apparently, for them to change, remember, the oil companies own the pharmaceutical companies own the food companies that own the goddamn governments of the major governments of the world. So they call all the shots. So for an entire world to be on board, mostly on board, with changing infrastructure like this, there has to be astronomical money involved and less labor. Okay, less labor, more abundance, and more money involved. Also, the number one thing, it's not controlled by people that have been in areas for a long time where they have to go to war for fucking 20 years over. I think they've kind of like, understood, well, we took over much of the world. We don't got to fuck with these Middle Eastern companies for this oil no more. We discovered this new technology. So let's just switch the world off of that to this. So can I get a thumbs up again, because I got no activity on my end. Last thing I got is a thumbs up that said still live from Angel Z. So I know I'm all over the place, but these people are disgusting. And I know all this smoking in the United States ain't a fucking forest fire. All right? Not no regular forest fire shit. It's something going on. And they ain't telling us. And they're going to keep it on the hush-hush. Okay, I only see Angel in the chat. My phone overheated. It literally deletes the whole chat on the StreamYard shit. So that's all I got is this right here. So, so just to recap everything, and you guys can do your own research. You can look to Canada, look at all the lithium mines, look where the fires are at. It don't take rocket science. Why it's blowing in the United States, fucking fogging up, they're shutting shit down. Shit was closed, and our government says not a word. They know what it is. It ain't a forest fire because they're heavily invested in it too. One, Ford, American company, in bed with the government, okay, is contracted. All right? Other companies are contracted. They're going to get billions. They're not. This government is no way, shape, or form going to go against that grain. Not going to go up there and see what's going on. No, it's just a forest fire, guys. Don't think of it as anything else. Don't think of it as anything else. It's just a forest fire. It's just a forest fire. It's not lithium mines burning. Lithium isn't dangerous. It's very safe. It only affects your mood. It's highly inflammable. It's toxic to the air. Forget about what they're going to do with the batteries of these cars. Oh, it's for the environment. Okay, yeah, we're going to make a whole new fleet of cars. More plastic and shit and metals and all this. Rape the earth for more minerals, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. And the masses are falling for it. So like I said, the whole Maui thing was suspect to me. It's suspect to all of us, one. But what raised my flag, and I said this very early on, was the speed just didn't seem right of the conspiracy theory world. It was like it was being fueled. I'm like, damn. I'm like, is there a big awakening going on? Nah, that's a cover-up. That was the cover-up. They gotta cover it up. Okay, yeah, we're gonna tell them that we're gonna, direct energy weapons. Hey, this. Hey, that. Oh, we'll put a little red house. We'll name the person Dora, right? And we'll show power line. I mean, the shit don't even make fucking any kind of sense when you start to look at it. They're literally telling the conspiracy theorists, okay, yeah, this is what it was if you follow this yellow brick road. If you follow this rabbit, this is where you go. Or it could be they're trying to hide the fact that the technology that you're using actually causes fire. And that's our future, so we can't let you know about that. So we'll make up some scapegoats, and yeah, that's the way we'll go. Don't make much sense. You know? Why would some woman named Dora be taking pictures of power line art? You know, that's kind of the clue, is like, okay, you know, it's this new power grid, and you know, they're into all this renewable energy shit, and this was their house, and you know, could that have been the whole, you know? So think about it. That's what I think about, because it just came out too fast, and it was just too much, and it was viral everywhere. The news was, when the news is, that's what alarms me. When I hear the fucking news talking about conspiracy theories and all this shit, I'm like, hold on, they want us to know this. Let's look the other way. You know? Let's look the other way. You know? So, after the fact is act. What the hell? What y'all think about color blue thing? I must have missed the comment. I can't see any comments back there. Zach got right about why I'm missing those conversations, but I'm not going to get into all that. So, you know, these things I think about. It went too fast. You know, and the house thing, it don't make no sense. Is it real? Is it fake? We ain't gonna fucking know unless we physically go there. Because I know for a fact, okay? I know for a fact, a fucking metal roof ain't the metal isn't no better than the fucking metal you see on cars and shit. All right, they're not gonna, you know, it's gonna burn just like everything else burned and melted. All right, seems to me like we need to be building our house out of these fucking trees, because these trees, even though they all burnt, them bitches still standing. I think we should be building log fucking houses. Fuck the bullshit. We need to be fucking talking about log homes and have water flowing through the bitch. You know, like every log have a fucking you know, keep them bitches moist, because that seems to be the safest form of construction, is a goddamn log house. You know, because I mean, I'm looking at all the trees and all these areas that burnt up. These trees still standing, while everything around them is just completely gone. So I think we need to learn how to build a motherfucking house out of these trees. Like just simple, like they did back in the days. Maybe that was something they knew. If the bitch caught on fire, it ain't gonna burn. It's gonna be hard to burn these logs. Keep them bitches moist. You know, y'all ever try to light a fire you ever try to burn a wet piece of wood? That shit ain't burning. Sorry. I don't give a fuck what kind of heat you put on it. That shit ain't catching fire. So, I don't know. But anyways, for them, this new technology, we have to know, no matter what, the world is riding off of this technology. No matter what. These motherfuckers is not gonna come out with anything that goes against their fucking technology. Ain't no news, ain't no nothing. You thought they would censor for Mr. 19? They ain't gonna let this shit get out like that. They're not gonna let you know that their technology can be detrimental. They're gonna tell you how good it is. They're not gonna tell you how bad it is when all the information out there, all you gotta do is look up the components of the battery. You know? So, you know, and a blue laser will catch anything color blue. Yeah, I got a little high-powered laser. That bitch, I did a video on it years ago. That laser will burn a hole. That laser will burn a hole through paper. You point at your skin, you'll burn a hole through your skin. This shit will burn. And you know, it's a small laser that's in my hand. You know? So yeah, it can. And you know, I'm just saying, I mean, what I'm saying ain't like it's it's the truth. This is just me just talking of shit that I found, and you know, and like putting together and say, hey, we need to look into this more. I mean, it's easy to say, okay, they did it laser precision and scorched all these areas. They left the house standing. Okay, just like you know, what we think. So, you know, I don't know. I'm just putting two and two together. And they actually told us it in the story. They told us it. You know, when you look at these systems, the BESS system, you look at lithium itself, you look at the power lines that they got now that are fucking huge. Like I did a video on these power lines, you know. These power lines are these power that has to go through this shit is massive, you know. You know this by just having, you know, I have a Yeti generator. You know how fucking big and thick the fucking power cord is on that bitch? It's, you know, look at the size of the charging Tesla chargers and the fucking electric car chargers. Them motherfuckers are huge. And the faster they want to charge these bitches, the more power that's got to go through them. And the bigger the wires got to be. You know? Because I have a small charger for my Yeti generator, and I have a big one. And guess what? That bitch is huge. Way bigger. The box got a fan to keep it cool. You know? It's got an inverter on the fucking charger. Because it's going to charge it up way faster than the smaller one. You know? So they need more internal components in these chargers to, you know, just look at your phone chargers. You got the smaller ones, and then you got the bigger ones. The bigger one's going to charge it faster. More amps going to go through it. You know? So, and another thing with this lithium is it's also, you know, it's mixed with chemicals, and it's also, you know, it's like it's a hardened form of a liquid. That's what the lithium batteries are. You know, if you have little RC cars, you know that you overcharge the batteries and bitches explode. Those are lithium ion batteries, small ones. You know, they get big and they expand and they'll explode. You know, so. And you know, go on YouTube, look at the people that burn these shits. They show you spray water on the motherfuckers and shit, it gets worse. You know? So again, the whole Maui story, they told us, you know, like they say, they always gonna tell us the truth. And they did. They told us the absolute truth. They told us that They told us that, okay? They told us that they told us that the Maui fires, okay, was started, okay, by some, I think what they say, a power line, whatever, fell down. I don't know. I can't remember. I remember the points. They said the fire department put it out, left, and the bitch started again. Look up lithium fires, okay? Look up BES system fires, okay? Lithium is known to re-spark again and cause a fire after it's put out. This ain't me talking on my ass. This is what they say. They're saying this. I ain't saying this shit. Okay? So they told us that in the news story. What else did they say in the news story? Oh, it was like a hydrogen bomb went off. Okay. Well, let me pull it up real quick, just so nobody thinks I'm talking out of my ass. Hold on. So nobody thinks I'm talking out of my ass. Lithium metal, right, reacts slowly with water to form lithium hydroxide and hydrogen. A little bit of lithium does a lot for hydrogen. All right. They even talk about using hydrogen to enhance lithium ion. And it says it right here. Lithium hazardous substance fact sheet. Lithium reacts violently with moisture, water, or steam to produce heat and flammable and explosive hydrogen gas and toxic lithium hydroxide. Boom. So they said it looked like a hydrogen bomb. They told us. So yeah, pretty wild. So yeah, man. All right. Sorry, I'm not reading chat. My brain is just streaming shit that I was researching earlier and just trying to put it all together. If I read the chat, I get fucking discombobulated. So let me see. Leonard D. Yuda. What's good? I find it funny telling how they denied Billy Boy Gates' smart kid proposal and then boom. Right? Rap samples, facts. Okay, so you come by, ask about the blue with the blue color icon. Have a dumbass kind of name after the fact, and then try to kiss the same man's ass after. What the fuck are you? What? After the fact. After the fact, yeah, right. Didn't even recognize you, bitch. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Nothing good praying for humanity. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but yeah, whatever. I don't read the chat because when I'm trying, because I'll lose my train of thought. I got ADD. They used to say that in school. You got ADD? No, I got the programming and dumb shit didn't work on me, so I can't fucking think straight in your hellhole fucking facilities. That's why I just was only visiting the motherfuckers. Didn't get nothing out of it. So yeah. So those are some of the things that I was those are the things that I wanted to talk about today. And that's what alarmed me with the whole Maui thing, is how fast the news and the whole thing went about, direct energy weapons, all this other stuff, da-da-da. But we all should look at every angle. And, we always bounce off each other, everybody finding information and sharing it. And that's how it to be. That's what a community is all about, is sharing information. I don't give a fuck if it came from a flat earther, a dick earther, or LGBT earther. I don't care who it comes from. If there's information, we gotta check it out. If we dismiss it, we're no fucking good. Then we ain't no more good than the people we talk about. I don't dismiss any fucking thing. Never have. I don't dismiss nothing. Because you guys know me. Y'all been around here. That's how I came to this bitch. I ain't changed a bit. I came here with the mindset of coming together and bringing a motherfucker together, because I know we're more powerful together than separated. So these are principles I know and understand. I mean, even in business, this. You may not like a motherfucker, but that's your supplier for, whatever goods you got. You might be getting pickles over here. You might not like the motherfucker bringing the pickles, but guess what? He got the best pickles. You're not going to go get worse pickles, and fuck your reputation up. No, you're going to get the good pickles, Damn, look at these skies. Damn, look at this sky, y'all. What in the flying, fling, flang, flam? It's probably lithium. Keep us in mood. That's another thing about lithium. They use it in medication, And my phone is going to get hot again. They use it in medication. Y'all give me a thumbs up. Again, or something. Let me know if I'm still here. All right, thanks, Daria. Thanks, Daria. Thanks, okay. Hey, Kayla, what's good, Kayla? Rap samples. That's what I mean, man. We all better together. Why fight against each other? We're literally in the most fucking devastating times ever, and we're gonna fight against each other. Don't make sense to me. We all should be just sharing, learning from each other. No matter what. So, but like I said, man, I came here the way I still am. So, but yeah, man. So, pay attention to these fucking. Find out where these areas, these fires at. Look if they're mining lithium near them bitches. And this other shit. I'm about to do some research on these other things that I've never even heard of. What kind of, and then research the technology that these minerals are in. I bet you we discover some technology that ain't even out yet, in companies that got trillions of dollars invested in it, and governments and all kinds of shit we'll find out. Oh, yeah, Mila. I actually went there and did a live stream. It's on this channel. Oh, I've been to Kingston now. I had to. That was like a fucking bucket list for me. I had to go see that shit from my own eyes, and it's fucking mind blowing. But I see the same shit here in Rochester. So, yeah. So, but yeah, we're live and direct. It's good. And shout out to all you guys. We got some testy times because good old, who else is coming back? Y'all, you know who else is coming back? That same motherfucker that's been around this bitch for 3 years fucking with us is coming back. Yes, he is. Mr. Motherfucking 19er is coming back. You know, Mr. COVID, Mr. 19er's coming back. And, you know, what was it in that movie? Was it Cove 23? Or what was it in that one movie? Hold on. Let's see what that shit was. Was it Cove 23? Let me see. Oh, yes, it was. The movie Songbird. It was Cove 23. So the movie Songbird had Cove 23 in it. And guess what we're in, guys? Cove 23. And guess who's hitting the fucking mandates? Atlanta. Where's the head of the CDD? Atlanta. Oh, I gotta. Plug it back in, too. So, yeah. So, if y'all haven't noticed, Cove 23 is back in the news. All right, mask mandates are already happening. They already implemented mask mandates in Atlanta. It's been all over the fucking news. All right, that's where the CDC is. All right, and people been sick all summer. You know, not to mention what all these shots done did and all this lithium we done been breathing in or whatever the fuck's in the air. You know, good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. It's gonna be a dangerous time. They got the new variant and all kinds of shit. So, you know, don't get it twisted. You know, don't forget because they're bringing the mandates back. And you know, y'all, you guys go back in my Rolodex, and all you got to do is look up all the videos I did on the KN95 and the N95 because that's what you're only gonna be able to use. You can't use the fucking ass wrap diaper sheet. You can't use anything but an N95 or a KN95 mask when this shit rolls back around. Just like the minute I heard about that, I started making the videos, and that was 2 years ago. And I said, when they come back with the motherfucking lockdowns and the mask mandates, they're going to eliminate face covering. It's not going to exist anymore. It's going to be KN95 and N95 masks. Point blank, period. What's the difference between them? Well, for the sheep flock animal fucking retards that think that, you know, Donald Trump's the savior and there's blue states and red states and there's some fucking kind of difference. And the ones that sit there and say, you know, oh, we're at war with China, okay? Well, let you in the same fucking diaper that you're going to have to put on your face to go to your job and work and, you know, smile under that mask. The duck-billed, idiot-looking fucking mask. Yeah, that one. The KN95, the one that looks like a fucking cup noodles, you know, fucking Chinese cup noodles, fucking bucket on your face. Yeah, those ones you're going to be required to wear. You ain't coming in. All right? The KN95 and the N95. What's the difference? For those people that think we're at war with China, you have to be a complete fucking retard to think that we're at war with our greatest fucking ally and supplier. Because without China, we don't exist. All right? So there is no war. The war is your dumbass believing that there's a war with China. All right? China owns this bitch. Okay? Ask yourself when you look in the mirror and you got a KN95 mask, because all the KN means is it's the Chinese version. The N95 is the US version. So that right there is going to cause a political divide. Oh, he's wearing a KN95. He supports China. Oh, he wearing the N95. He wearing the KN95 mask. He supports China. Yeah. That's what time it is. So yeah, that's the only difference between the two masks. The KN is for the Chinese version, and the N95 is the US version. What the 95 means is it's 95% effective with three percentage of microns or some shit. That's what the 95 means. So yeah, so many people said they're not going to fall for it this time. I'm not complying. You know, and I know, when they put the squeeze on, motherfuckers complying. You know, and I know I ain't complying unless, unfortunately, you know, I'll be as deep. I have to be as what word do I want to use? I have to be the most defiant as fuck. But unfortunately, if you got to go into a facility that you got to go, like a family court building, or like you got to go get your license plates or something, you might have to, bite the bullet for a minute. But, be like I do. Don't wear it until somebody literally, demands you ain't going to be served. And then if you got to wear it, half wear it, do some stupid shit. But that's the only time. Any store, man, if a motherfucker could walk out of there with a fucking 80 foot tall TV and a 100 million watt generator out of a store, you think for 1 minute you're gonna help tell me to put a fucking mask on? I'm gonna tell you to dial 911. Okay? Call them fast as you can, because I'm not doing it, and I'm gonna pay for my shit. Remember now, I mean, we at war. It's either you're going to get what you need, get what you got to get, and do what you got to do. This would be a whole nother video. And get out. You're going to have to do this war. These are tactics of war. So, okay, what's better? Well, you go in that store, you buy whatever the fuck you need to buy. And if they say, nope, we're not going to serve you, well, I mean, before I throw the money at them, throw the money on the counter and walk out. I ain't got no receipt, but they can't say I stole it, because I throw the money, leave more. What are you talking about? I threw the money, I paid more. It ain't my fault they didn't take it. Their job is to take my money. They refused. Hey, I didn't do anything wrong. I threw it. They just didn't catch it. They stole my money. You better be checking them. They stole the money because I paid for it. I'm on camera. You see me give the money. I threw it. They didn't want to serve me. Hey, it ain't my fault. That's not, mass denial isn't a law. So whatever, you got to do what you got to do. The other flip side of that is, well, unfortunately, technology is here now. Well, guess what? They got go-karts now. You put the shit in the cart, you pay for it. You think for 1 minute I'm going to be wearing a mask? And I'm not doing that. We're not playing those games. Technology actually is helping us through this one. Fuck it, I'll use the go-kart. Fuck it, I'm going to use the go-kart. I'm going to use the electronic go-kart scanning fucking machine. Yep, that's the motherfucker right there. Well, you ain't got to deal with it with a fucking liberal-minded cashier that's trying to save the world by telling you to put a diaper on your face. All right? You ain't got to do that. Simply just get the go-kart. Tell everybody to fuck off. Say, oh, fuck you. I'm not doing that. I got everything already paid for in my car. You going to steal it from me? Now we got lawsuits. You denied me from getting my shit that I paid for in this cart. Because the go-kart, you pay for it. As soon as that bitch hits your cart, you paying for the shit. They're gonna have go-kart jammers and shit for anti-maskers. Oh, we got to jam his signal because he's gonna pay for it. He's not gonna wear a mask. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that said this time around, they're not going for it. I didn't go for it the first time around, so I ain't got to say the shit. I ain't go for it. Matter of fact, I'm going to start uploading about 20 videos I got of me being my anti-defiant ass. All right? That's just the way it's going to be. I'm not doing that shit. I've done it in the buildings too, with the court buildings too, been all up in their ass. I got it removed. I got it removed when they were still trying to push it. But I ain't going to be able to get it removed when they're actually pushing it. Hell no. They get tyrannical than a motherfucker and power. We already know when that mask coming back, face is getting cracked again. You remember what NYPD was doing to people? They was fucking people up over that mask. They was fucking people up, man. But you better believe it's coming back around. They told us Songbird, remember? No, watch this movie. Yeah, remember Mr. 23? Oh, they told us, So, yeah, guys. But shout out to all you guys. I think I'm about to wrap it up here. Shout out to everybody who's up on here. It says 45 people on here. So between all 4 stations, I guess there's 45 people. So that's good. So shout out to Mila for not doing it either. There's a lot of motherfuckers saying they ain't doing it, but boy, when they get the squeeze on, you see them motherfuckers. A lot of people said they wasn't gonna get the magic potion. And a lot of people we know just said they wasn't gonna get a magic potion. But guess what? They got the magic potion. And I bet you there's some truthers and some people out there that watch us or even in the comment section with us that, they watch. But I bet you there's at least one that went out there and said, fuck that, man. I don't know, man. I believe, but shit, I got to get it anyway. I guarantee you. But y'all could best know that I ain't doing that shit. It ain't even in my vocabulary. Like, no, we don't do that shit. You didn't do it the first time. You definitely ain't doing it the second time. I don't give a damn what measures you put in place. It ain't happening. Thank you, Rap Samples. Shit, I am the virus. So you're not going. How you gonna mask the virus? I'm the motherfucking virus. We the virus. You ain't masking the virus. Fuck y'all. No, you're not gonna inject us with the virus killer because we know we're the virus. And guys, if you don't see me, and I'll be on one of these channels. So yeah, man. To cap it all off, man. Look into these. I'm gonna be uploading video later of mad shit that I found. Of these new technology, and it just makes sense where the smoke's coming from here in the east and in the west. So yeah, it's pretty wild. And this lithium, and the push, why it's so strong, and how by no means necessary. When you start looking at the contracts, like, let me show you these contracts they got in Canada. All right. I got so many tabs open. Okay, hold on. Mitsubishi Heavy Industry. Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Group has the battery energy storage systems. All right. The ultimate solution to guarantee an uninterrupted supply of power under all conditions. All right. That's what this BEST system is. It's battery energy storage systems. All right. And it's all about, and this is what it's all about, guys. This is why they use this. Amid an increased focus on renewable energy sources, BEST battery energy source storage system compensates for the intermittency of these sources, providing essential value for operators by enabling a stable supply of electricity, thus avoiding curtailment of renewable energy and maximizing their revenue. It's all about this revenue, you know, all about their revenue. Backup for renewable energy sources. So these are backup, you know. You know. So these things, man. But hold on, I just wanted to find the Canada. And this was back in June. It says wildfires halt mining operations in Canada. This was going all over the news about the wildfires halt mining. No, it's the other way around. The mining created the wildfires, so they had to stop mining. All right. Intense wildfires in Canada this year. Where the fuck has the history of wildfires been in Canada? Like, this never happened before the recent years. And it's because they're mining for this shit. All right. Here's a list of companies that have suspended operations. Hecla Mining. All right. The miner has suspended operations Casa Bernie mine in Quebec, saying mining infrastructure has not been impacted so far. Of course not. And then you have Cisco Mining, which mines lithium, right? But they try to say the miner has suspended all activities at the Windfall Gold project in Quebec, but does not anticipate any material impact on business. Think about that. You really think these motherfuckers are mining gold? No. You just look into the company, their number one shit that they're mining for now is cobalt, lithium, copper. He even said out his own mouth. Gold, like gold, Then you have Wallbridge Mining, temporarily evacuated the camp at its wholly owned. So this is another thing that makes me the fuck wonder. You know, these migrants, you know, they be ushering these migrants in to work at these dangerous ass mines. If something happens to them, we'll never know because, you know, they're fucking, you know, who knows? Who knows? They're undocumented. This shit makes me wonder a whole lot of shit. You know, do they need these people to mine these mines? A lot of them. You know, it makes you wonder, man. Where the fuck they all going? You know, where they all going? Really makes you wonder. So, really makes you wonder. So you had that. You have Wallbridge Mining. You had Quebec Nickel, Trillius Gold, Q2 Metals, Patriot Battery Metals, Brunswick Exploration, Champion Electric Metals, Bonterra Resources, Archer Exploration, Cosmos Exploration, Rio Tintos, okay, and Janico Eagle Mines, Canadian, whatever, oh, no, I can't pronounce that word, Wisdom Gold Mines, Mosaic Minerals, Jesus Christ. So there's a lot of companies that do a lot of research on. I mean, you could go way deep with this shit. I mean, it took me minutes to take these companies, look at who's filed lawsuits and torts against them. A lot of indigenous people, regular people for environmental fucking disruptions, for all kinds of shit. I mean, you literally can unearth a lot of shit and look up which ones are doing the lithium accident. You could do a lot of research off of this shit, and you could see, okay, well, these forest fires are, they're being caused by, you know. So yeah, man. So A lot of them, a lot of them, a lot of them. I'm trying to come across the one where. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. I wanted to see the one where they had a lot of. They showed the contracts they had. The contracts that they had with Canada and the companies like Ford and Volvo on how they damn, I got a lot of. So remember, guys, smart meters. If you got a smart meter on your home, that shit got lithium in it. You know. It says it right here. You know, this is one of the. You know, I mean, these are fire hazards. You know. It says from smart meters, wireless PLC, and digital utility meters. It says it right here that electric digital meters can allow surges and over voltage to flow into buildings, which can burn wiring and destroy appliances and electric. So these systems, whatever system was in Maui, could have surged and overloaded, singed the wires. That's what I say. Wires were fucking burning right to the house, burn the smart. I mean, it's literally a sin. Like this shit is and everything burns so fast, all at once. It just makes sense. That's exactly what the fuck happened. I mean, you can't even go around that. You know, it just went through the electrical lines, boom, smart meters ignite, boom, and just you fucking just start fucking everything up. Meters have exploded and caused fires, and they have likely contributed to severity of other fires. Like this is coming from smart meter compliance and shit like that. You know. And I mean, it is what it is. It's big, you know. It's been happening, but you know, they whatever this technology is that they're using these systems with all this power. I mean, it can surge. It can have a glitch, and boom. Next thing you know, some whole area goes up in fucking smoke. You know, and yeah, I don't know. It's fucking interesting. Even the water meters, like your water meters, they're smart meters, you know? Like this. This is from March 22nd, 2023. New Toledo water meters causing concern in the community. This is Toledo, Ohio. The new lithium battery powered water meters are causing bit of a stir in the community. Some citizens have voiced their concerns about potential fires caused by the batteries in the meters and questions who will be left holding the bill. Mark Sargent is one of the residents who says his insurance company won't cover a fire caused by a lithium battery. That's why they say a lot of these insurance, like, I mean, think about it. You're hearing a lot about the insurance ain't covering shit. Why ain't they covering it? Even in the Paradise fires in California, they were like, insurance ain't covering it. Well, did they read the fine print where it said if it was caused by a lithium battery, which a lithium battery is in a smart meter, bitch, it ain't covered. So think about this shit. A lot of shit that we just left untouched, you know? So if my house burned down because of a lithium battery fire, who's going to cover it? He said. Public information officer for the Toledo Fire Department said it isn't out of the realm of possibility. There's always a chance of any type of electrical device when there's a possibility of overheating, said Private Rehe. Chances are low if you follow those guidelines, but again, there's always a chance that there may be an issue. With so many products like cars, lawnmowers, and leaf blowers can be powered by battery, there's a simple minimize the risk, follow directions. Okay. The census smart meters have been tested for high voltage situations, which include lightning strikes and power surges up to 20,000 amps or 660 volts. In these situations, the meter could fail and show signs of melted plastic or a dislodged meter. So the overall purpose was to make sure that if it did fail, it did it in a controlled manner. And the test limits were set by the American National Standards. Well, we can trust these motherfuckers. And the census has even tested beyond those standards. The company has gone above and beyond. Of course, they'll say that shit. But like I said, this is back in February. People were concerned about this, you know? I mean, another nightmare before Christmas. Smart feed meter catches fire. This was last December, you know, for a utility company. And think about it. Why did PG&E get sued in California? What was the real reason? You know? Look at who they're going after in this Hawaiian fire. It's the company. So it traces back to these technologies. But they're not going to tell us that because that's the entire fucking future. You know? That's the entire future. So, and this is the claim. Another nightmare before Christmas. Smart meter catches fire. Utility company denies homeowner's damage claim. Okay, Smart, it says, in case you missed it, smart meters were now news again in Maine and Virginia. We now add Maryland, a Maryland fire and company response, parentheses, non-response, to the list of customer nightmares caused by the unsafe, insecure, unsustainable, unwise smart grid smart meters. Maine, smart meters do not improve storm response. Okay, when power went out, some 500,000 Mainers in October from a windstorm, another system went down. Central Maine's Power, $200 million smart grid communication network that, among other things, was supposed to improve outage communications and storm recovery. Maine Public noted, well, this was a colossal system failure. Blah, blah, blah. It was a total until now unrevealed failure in the system that CMP used to increase profits to its foreign shareholders and to lay off line workers and meter readers. Importantly, it was costly to ratepayers because just like we paid for AMI, I ain't about to read all this shit. But anyways, this smart meter burned the fucking thing down, and their company, again, did not pay for it. And the smart meters, these just are a fucking problem, you know. I don't want to read all this. This video is getting too long. But yeah, just keep researching. And remember this? This was back in 2011. It says when 80 PG&E smart meters caught fire and burned out after power surge in East Palo Alto on August 25th. Damn, that's almost to the day. The incident raised questions for some residents and utilities about the safety of the new digital devices. The sustained electrical surge to more than 200 East Palo Alto homes and businesses lasted for about 1 hour and 20 minutes until PG&E shut the power off. And this shit caused fucking a whole bunch of problems, you know? So, yep, guys, it's safer. It's more effective for the billionaires. And smart meters are dumb meters. So this surge, right? One of their favorite words, crowd surge, power surge, right? Is a huge problem, you know. So this could be another case, and they just want to hide it, make people think it's this and that, but they're going to keep rolling this shit out. I mean, makes sense to me, you know. And these fires from these mines burning these fucking forests down, or they're burning these fucking forests down so they can mine these areas. I mean, One of the two. There's only one of the two. They're mining. They got to burn this shit out, clear all the brush out, so they can have fucking open land to just go ham in. Because Canada's full of forestry and beautiful greenery, so they could just be burning all that shit up, on top of that for this lithium, you know. So it could be a controlled burn. They probably did it in Australia too to get to these mines. Well, we found out, there's fucking 500 million acres of lithium under here, but we have one huge problem. It's going to take us a very long time to clean all these trees out. The equipment, the gas, the cost, it's just going to cost a fucking... Look, we'll just burn it. Oh, fuck. You're right. We could just burn it. Just come through with the bulldozers and push it aside. Well, it's going to cause a major smoke issue. Yeah, we got that. Don't worry about that. We'll send them a check for $1 billion. They won't say a word. I mean, hey, smart grid's got to come out. So the whole world's riding on this, guys. The whole world is riding on this smart grid and these batteries and these lithium batteries. They got them in their fucking remote control cars, guys. We have to put them in real cars. They got them in their bikes. We need them in the cars. We can make a fortune. We can make way more. Well, how much did we make with oil? Oh, we can't even count the figures. How much can we make with lithium? It'll be beyond human comprehension. All right, well, let's just switch it, You mean it's already where we're at? Yes, sir. You mean we don't have to go to wars anymore? Yes, sir. We can look like heroes by pulling out. Yes, sir. Oh, we could become independent from those countries. Yes, sir. We can make ourselves look greater. Yes, sir. We can control more people. You got it. Oh, wow, they'll have to go off our grids. Oh, this is a genius. We'll ban all the gas devices so there's, no discrepancies. You got it. That's what they did. That's what they do. They're going to figure out how to recycle all this shit later. All right. They're going to figure out how to recycle all this dangerous ass material later. Because remember, it's climate change. You goddamn right they're going to change the climate, because how do you dispose of all this shit? It just don't disappear. Well, that's what we got AI for. So yeah, that's about it. I'm just like goofing off now, but yeah, shout out to Wise for the spark to the video. But I'll do more on it. But I got to get up on out of here. And shout out to all you guys. And yeah, if anybody's there, because it said 0. So shout out to everybody that's on here. If we're still here. And thank you, Kayla. There's one person. I don't know why this StreamYard does what it does. Thanks, Kayla. Shout out to you. Good to see you here. Okay, friendly. Good to see you too here. Angel Z, shout out to you. Oh, man. It's a Kate Charles. It's a nice gray day. Oh. Shout out to Zach. I didn't even know you're near Daria. And look at this sky. I'm just so sick of this stupid shit. Thanks, Zach. Just so sick of this dumb shit. Look at this sky. Like, this isn't even just a blanket of shit. It's been cold. I ain't even hit the water here in my area. I mean, these people are just... I wish people would get their heads out of their ass. These people are sick. These people are disgusting, man. But we got number one problem is the flock. It's just like, can't wake these flock members up, man. It's just we want life too convenient. And as long as everything is convenient, everybody's good. So I welcome Mr. 23 KN95 N95. I want that to happen. You know, I want that shit to happen. You know, I want that to happen without a doubt, because more people will wake up, more people will be angry. I'll meet more people locally that are anti-maskers and shit like that. You know, I enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed the past 3 years. Especially when everybody thought they were locked down, and I'm just humming and zipping across the whole fucking country, and made it to one of the most beautiful places in the country, and just nobody was around. There was no lines, no traffic. It was just fucking amazing, man. Everybody was scared, living in fear and shit, and realizing something's wrong. And, I enjoyed that shit. You know, made people think. I really enjoyed it. Not knowing what the fuck tomorrow brings, that was great. You know, that shit was wonderful. Stopped everybody, put everybody back with their loved ones and shit. It goes to show you how far we fell. Once that happened, goes to show you how far and broke apart families was. A lot of people woke up. A lot of people came to realize that, what, family is better. Family's better. Us together is better. Other motherfuckers went through divorces and breakups and fucking realized that they hated each other when they got home and shit. You hear all the horror stories. They're home with their family, now they hate each other and shit. Their school systems were shut the fuck down. Hospitals were empty, but everybody thought they were packed. How they pull that shit off is beyond me. So, yeah, man. Bring it on, Mr. 23. Bring that shit on. And we already know. Remember Bill Gates' smirk? He said, they'll believe in the next one. He said, the next one. They got plans for our asses, boy. These motherfuckers got some plans. KN95, N95 might not be a bad fucking choice from what you look up in the fucking air. I don't rule it 100% out. I started thinking when that bitch is smoky around this motherfucker, I say, you know what? I might need one of these motherfuckers, man, because that shit says unhealthy air quality. Y'all might see me with a motherfucking mask, So I don't know. I don't know if we should write it off. For their 19, yeah, but when they say 19 or 23, look up in the fucking sky. If that shit is a different color or some weird shit going on, think that might not be a bad fucking idea. I'm gonna get the motherfucking gas mask out. I don't rule that shit out at all. Shit, that one day when I was like, when I was in South Texas and in Florida, and my son was sending me pictures, I'm like, if I go back in that shit like that, I am wearing a motherfucking KN95 or a respirator. Probably the respirator. I think I got it in here. I got a respirator. Like the painter's mask with the fucking filters in it, the thick ass filters. Shit. You know? And as good as I came back and got a respiratory infection, I know these motherfuckers is doing something. So don't rule that mask totally out. Pay attention, because they might want you to be like that. And they're like, oh, look, we got the anti-maskers. Well, we can't kill everybody. I know. We're gonna reverse it. We're gonna throw a bunch of particles in the sky. We already know are the ones we want. They'll put the mask on. Yeah, but it's got to be the good masks. Well, when we come back, we'll do the KN95 and the N95, and they will do it. Because our loss of life can't be too great. I know, I'm not stupid. So we're going to implement that for a few years, get them used to that. And then those anti-fucking maskers, we got to get them. Then we whisk the planes in the air. You sure it's going to work? You see, we had them eating between bites. All right. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you got, the loss, we got so many that we need to get rid of, but we got to keep some of these flock members, Think about that shit, guys. Don't rule that mask out. I ain't never rule that shit out, Think about it, why they want to implement KN95, N95, 95%, all proven, right? Lab tested and proven, when worn the way it's supposed to block out 95% of particles. These motherfuckers might be putting the particles in the air now. You know, and they say stay indoors. Wear that, and I say shit. I might not be an anti-masker. I might be out there warning the motherfuckers. Yo, y'all better put your mask on. These motherfuckers is crazy. You know, these motherfuckers is crazy. They you know, don't get it twisted. You see Donald Trump talking about coming back, talking about anti-mask now, when he had a diaper on before. And you see all some motherfuckers pushing it in the wrong directions, and news stories talking about, well, you know, we know it didn't really do nothing anti. You better think about it, because they're targeting a demographic of people. And guess what? I'm wearing a fucking N95 mask. Matter of fact, I'm wearing KN95. I'm wearing the China version because I don't trust the US version. All right? Because they gonna be pushing that shit too. They gonna be like, well, there's a China version. And they're gonna want the fucking US version. No, give me the China version. You know? Matter of fact, I'm gonna wear my respirator and my gas mask. You know? So hold on, guys. So something to think about, guys. You know, like I said, I'm not complying to their bullshit, but pay attention. You know, you got to pay attention to what they're pushing. Because I'll put one of them bitches on in a minute, a fucking New York minute. I mean, I've worn before, you know, painting and, you know, fucking around with dust particles and all kind of shit. You know, so, you know, pay attention. So, yep, pay attention. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of bells go off in my mind when I say, okay, they're gonna implement. They playing a game with us. They're gonna implement this new, you know. And I talked about this videos years, you know, a year ago about the KN95 and N95, how they're gonna mandate it. They're gonna do away with all that other masking shit, you know. So, because remember, we got to come up out of it. You know, after they roll their agenda, they have Hitler, Trump come through. You know, they have Hitler, Donald Trump come through, and you know, clean house, and it looks so good, and you know, because that's the plan, guys. I mean, destabilization, the purge is happening right now, where, you know, crime is legal and nobody can do anything. This is all planned. It's all about more control. For us to sit here and think the country's losing control of the people and the people are just out of control, you got to be completely brain activity is just gone. Like, your brain isn't even active anymore. Can't be. If you believe for 1 minute that these motherfuckers want less security, surveillance, and more, you know, lawlessness, no, this is all a period of time where they want it to be destabilized. To organize, you got to reorganize. You know, okay, so they're gonna make it disorganized, right? To reorganize it. They got to destroy to rebuild. All right, this is what they got to do. So this is what they're doing. They had the whole defund the police thing and all this reform and all this other stuff. Hey, clap your hooves. Right now, we're basically under common law. Okay, you need an injured party. Which, hey, I love it. It's great. It's beautiful. But that they're going to move back to where they were tenfold and be worse. All right. And Donald Trump is going to be that catalyst, because he's going to be the Hitler. All right. When a motherfucker says take guns, ask questions later, and you got the flock that loves them still, and they're about freedoms, you got this chess game in the bag. The game is the queen has been captured. You're just on the board still playing without a queen. All right? When you got a president saying execute the dope dealers, which I don't condone anything to do with drug dealers, but this motherfucker saying execute. All right? What else would he want to execute? You know? Execute drug dealers. What else you want to execute? You know, other slick shit he said. We need more police. We need surveillance. When I come, you know, if I was still here, there would be surveillance everywhere. The system would be already in place. We would track everything in the borders and outside the borders, he said. Trump said this. And this is what the flock, the Trump supporters are crazy over. This Trump guy. He doesn't have, I mean, we know it's all theater, but there's no freedom and liberties in this guy. All right? So everything that's going on now is the stage for him to come back and out here. And everybody go, oh, look at the crime. It decreased. Now they're banning social medias, more censorship, not being allowed, the violence, censorship all over the place. You know, we need to take back our children, our youth, and become more compassionate and loving and caring. And, you know, we're fighting for our freedom and liberties. And look at, you know, the police are out here. They're being just. The police are being trained this whole time to be more compatible with human. All right. To be more human compatible. All right. To make it look better when they do mass fucking incarcerations, right? You know? And there's criminals. They deserve that. They deserve to be held. And what else happens? You got the number one drug on the street, fentanyl, which is made by Pfizer. Which Pfizer creates in GlaxoSmithKline. Fentanyl, carfentanil. You got all this shit going into the marijuana. All these people just aimlessly all over the place. Dude, they're going to bring back facilities to hold people, to medicate them, to put them on medication because they're crazy. If you don't think like they think, you're crazy. You know? If you don't think like they think, you're crazy. You know, you need to be in an institution, a camp for adults. You know, all this other crazy shit. You know, we're going to put you under medication. You're going to get all your vaccines. You're going to get everything you need to bring you back. Maybe you're a little on edge because you don't have these things. You know, they got plans for us guys. They got plans. All right. If they're going to get to them with resistance, that's yet to be seen. But our track record right now isn't too good. If somebody's flexing in front of the McDonald's window, I have fucking crazy. You know, because with all this craziness, people are going to agree that people be hauled off to crazy places to be housed. So they're out of the way of the flock who just wants to live. You know, because people like us, we're a disruption, even to them. I don't want to hear about all that. I understand it, but now we're out there trying to educate people. Man, got one of those people, they calling on us. The police come, mental health evaluation, bring us in, question us, you know. All right, well, it's deemed, you know, because you're talking like this, you got to go to this institution over here. People think this shit is far-fetched, but this is the easy plan that they can do without a doubt. And the flock won't be there protesting for you. They don't care. You know, I always told them that he was going to end up, you know, all talking all that crazy. They were going to say he's crazy. I know he's not, but I'm not going to say nothing. This is what we're dealing with, man. Acceptance. So if people can accept all this crime, all this shit now, you know they'll accept more police and people getting hauled off out the way. All in the name of safety. At least we're safe. Safe from the boogeyman, safe from the crime. We're safe from the Mr. 23. You know? It's where we headed, man. People don't get their fucking head out of their ass and see what's right in front of them. You know? So, yeah, guys. So if y'all still there, I don't know. I was supposed to get off, but I kept rambling on. Shout out to all you guys. All this stuff ain't far-fetched. But Donald Trump will be back. I mean, they don't keep a guy in the news this long for no reason. They got to keep him relevant. They got to keep him in the public eye. People lose interest. Supporters fall off. This guy has to be the president again. Just has to fulfill the ultimate agenda. You know? A concert for Ukraine. Oh, shit. Breaking news. A concert for Ukraine. Oh, 40 more asylum seekers, including 22 children, arrived in Rochester from New York City. The families are from Uzbekistan, Ecuador, and Venezuela. What's wrong with that? Bring them all in. What's wrong with that? But there was just a breaking news that Ukraine, there's a concert for Ukraine, humanitarian. Fuck Maui. There's no pray for Maui. You know? So we got more asylum seekers in Rochester. I want to see 1,000. I want to see 10,000. I don't care how many come here. I don't care. They're human beings like we are. Doesn't bother me. Maybe they'll get to work, clean up this fucking hellhole. You know? Why would they come here and be a detriment to fucking already detriment Americans? It doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. So, are we still here, guys? I don't even know if we're here. If I'm still live. It says 0. Now it says 3. Okay, there it goes. Now it says 25. Now it says 30. Now it says 34. Okay. Thanks, Angel and Angel Z. So yeah, man. So I'll be uploading some videos about these mines and all this other shit, these fires, and it just makes a lot of sense to me, man. Especially the fucking air quality they just said in Seattle was the worst in the country the other day. What the fuck? We had the same thing. And you look north, there's mines up there. How hard is it? It ain't that hard. But the catch to that is, are they burning the forest up so they can mine all this shit? Do they need to clear out so much acreage think about it now. This is a global push. So just like Australia, they burned all this shit in Australia. That's the number one fucking producer. So shit, they're like, oh fuck, we got it here. Oh, let's fucking burn the whole fucking forest down. What are we waiting for? We ain't got time to cut the fucking trees down. We could burn this shit down and clear it all out in a week. You know? I mean, we know we have to have fucking hundreds and millions of acres of trees growing at certain times so they keep up with the supply. So these motherfuckers know projected outlook of how much they gotta have to keep supply up with demand. So you think they're gonna waste time cutting trees down? They fucking burn it all. Getting animals out the way, native people, whatever the fuck's in the way, they just burn it all out. Burn it out. Easy. That is a forest fire. These motherfuckers, the history of these people is to kill, steal, and destroy. They have no problem doing it. For anybody to think, oh, they got it, no, they just burn the shit down. Ain't nobody there. They control the media. The government's in on it with the corporations. Burn the shit down. And you, like I said, you wonder why they need all these illegals for. Maybe they are going to be working in these fucking mines. You know? They're going to be dying. They're going to be exposed to chemicals and shit. They ain't going to tell them this shit. We'll find out about it later. I bet you I could dig up and find where migrants are coming over and working in these mines. I guarantee you I could research one of these companies and find out that they're involved in bed, if not have a company that bringing these people over here that are under the custody and care of them through the United States government. I bet you I could find that out. I guarantee this shit just come to my brain. I bet you I could find a company who's tied into these mining companies, who is one of these companies that is a caregiver and caretaker, which is a person that's in custody and care of these people coming in. It's making more sense to why I was put in these places along the border to see and go through and understand what the fuck are they really coming here for. It has to make sense somewhere, you know? What are these opportunities? When are they coming? When are they going to be picked? Are they going to be chosen, you know, to go work in these fucking mines? I don't know. But I bet you I could dig it up and find out, you know? Bet you I could dig it up and find out, you know? All it takes is research, you know? All it takes, ancestors point me to everything I need to know anyway, you know? When I go to research, in my mind is like a fucking supercomputer, you know? And one thing I am is I can't fucking read. You know, I could read, but I don't know how to read these big ass fucking words. That's what I mean when I can't read. All right. I didn't go through fucking college. All right. I wasn't book smart. I don't read books. I go to books for reference. I got a whole ton of books, but I just go in there to just reaffirm everything I fucking said. And it could show if I need to go say, okay, I explained it to you, but look, I'm gonna go to this book and show you that the book explains it in a fucking intellectual way so you can fucking understand it, because you didn't understand how I dumbed it down for you. I took this whole book and dumbed it down for you, but here, go read this fucking 300-page book and come back and tell me the same fucking thing that I just told you, stupid ass. Because you're so smart and intelligent. Some people are like that. They can't listen to you because they have this education and they went through all these fucking school, and so they can't really listen to what the fuck I gotta say. So I go to the book. I said, go read that book. It's in there. And then it come back, oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah, I just dumbed it down for you. We all have some dumbness in it, you know? So, yeah. So yeah, you know, so, but they might be bringing all these illegals in because they need a whole lot of motherfucking workers. They need to build up, you know, a little community of infrastructure around these mines so that people can live there and work there, live there, and hey, they got their own little slaves, mining slaves, making gazillions of dollars, and then when they're done, You know, they might have ducks, and we got to keep rotating these motherfuckers. So, we'll put them in. I don't fucking know how this mining shit works. And I don't know who the fuck's working there. I know there's been Mexicans that do go to California, do go up to the Western and work in mines. I know that already. But what about these other motherfuckers? This new shit, I already know. You can go, there's some of these mining towns you go to, they're all Mexican, So, hey, I'm telling you, man, it might be something to that. And there's lithium mines in America. Nevada, they got lithium mines. Utah, So, hell, something to think about. So, thanks, John Bryant. So, I don't know. I'm gonna dive into that because I know some of these so-called companies that, that's a whole video I need to doing its own on how the whole coming through is working and how it's being done, and what it's being, and like the people that are coming in, there's agencies that are in control and care of them, but there's also other agencies that's in control and care of them, and there's other agencies involved with these agencies. They're all non-governmental, because the one that is governmental, which isn't governmental, but hey, we think it is, you got U.S. Customs and Borders, you got Border Patrol, and then you got Homeland Security. So those are technically not governmental institutions, but they are. All right. But, we know they're businesses too. But under them, there's subcontractors, a lot of them. And that's how they're getting to all these different places. Like I said, I could set up a LLC tomorrow. Yeah, Rights LLC, People Services. I got a 50,000 square foot place. We got food, we have security, armed security, we have everything. We can transport them, we can take care of them once they're here, we can house them, clothe them, feed them, A, B, C, and D. Here's where the location is at. I have a whole plan. They'll give me the funding, and they'll give me access to, I said I could house 500 people. They'll give me access to 500 people. I'll get the bag, I'll get paid, boom, cash in. All right, send them up to Rochester. Oh, the facilities doesn't even exist. Oh, there's just asylum seekers here. Now they got to be in a hotel somewhere. This is what these motherfuckers are doing, man. They're making money. Scam, man. Scam, scam, scam. It's what it is. Scamming. But on the flip side of that, because I forgot what the law is, these corporations, mining companies can't go to those countries and recruit them and bring them over. It don't work like that. So now they're here. They got to find work. Okay, you got these companies got recruiters. They're out. They know where to go. Hey, they'll come to Rochester. Okay, look, we need like 50 of y'all motherfuckers. So, boom, we're going to put you up here, Canada. Boom, boom, right by the border. Notice Buffalo and Rochester are border towns to Canada. So, hey, makes me fucking wonder. Sorry. Makes me wonder a whole lot. So in California, same situation out in California. You go from Mexico through that area to California. Oh, you can get all the way up to Washington, Oregon, right into that side of Canada. All right. There's a lot of Mexicans up in fucking Washington. Okay. Or so we think they're Mexican. There's different races and stuff. So, it's a lot, man. It makes me wonder. But I gotta go, and yeah, peace and love to everybody, and talk to y'all later.